Hey, what's up, nerds? It's Paul at Radio Free Hammer Hall. Today we're going to be talking about Slaanesh demons and what we might be able to make out of these guys. So let's dive in, shall we? All right. So our units. We have a lot more hero options than we have unit options, particularly in their quality. So we've got demonettes, we've got seekers, we've got fiends, we've got seeker chariots, and we have hell flayers. So your demonettes are your foot troops, your seekers are your cavalry, fiends are beasts, and your seeker chariot and your hell flayer are chariots, like war machines. Um, so some diversity in like unit type, but not a lot of diversity in quality here. Um, Overall, I think Demonettes are really your only really good choice, although Seekers are okay. Your Seeker Chariots are, I think, good for kind of like the Prospector sort of unit role, but other than that, like they're not good for actually fighting. Like you're not really going to be looking at a lot of synergies there. All right. As far as we have heroes, we've got Keeper of Secrets, Shalaxi Hellbane, Dexessa Sinessa, Celeste, the Mask, the Infernal Enratress, the Contorted Epitome, and the Blade Bringer. So that is a lot. Not all of these synergize much with other things. The um, the four on the bottom there, the Mask, Infernal Enratress, the Contorted Epitome, and the Blade Bringer, don't really synergize with other demons like in general. Um, the Blade Bringer does buff your other chariots, but that's kind of, you know, throwing good money after bad. So let's look at what some of our synergies can do here. Your Keeper of Secrets can return half a unit of slain models on a roll of 4 plus. Dexessa can add additional attacks when she charges to other demon units within 12 inches. Uh, Celeste can let you use all out attack or all out defense multiple times in a phase without additional command points being spent. Um, Shalaxi can let a unit fight twice, once per game, and that is anything, not just specifically demons, but definitely, still an applicable buff for demons. And then your Bladebringer Chariot adding attacks, including companion weapons, to chariots. All right, other buffs that you have going on that affect your demons. Obviously, Euphoric Killers can give you crit 2 hits, and with Sadistic Spite, it becomes crit mortals. You can use Euphoric Revelers, which lets your demon units make 3 additional rally rolls whenever they rally. And then your Icon of Infinite Excess, once per battle, it can give +1 attack to another unit. So, definitely some interesting things here. Euphoric Killers just kind of applies to everything. It's the Icon of Infinite Excess also can just kind of go on everything, but in particular, it's really good on Demonettes because you're getting so many more attacks out of that ability with a Demonette versus anything else, right? Like you can run Demonettes in units up to 20. And so there are 100 points for 10, so a 200 point unit getting an extra 20 attacks, theoretically out of the Icon of Infinite Excess. That's kind of a lot. That's really like maximizing what you've got going on with them. And then, of course, the same issue with Euphoric Killers, just like the quantity of extra attacks is just really high. Comboing things up, Dexessa and the icon of Infinite Excess plus Euphoric Killers. Um, that gets your Demonettes when they charge up to 5 attacks each. So a unit of 10 is 51 attacks with crit 2 hits. Your Seekers go to 7 attacks each, so 36 attacks with crit 2 hits. The Epicurean Revelers plus the Keeper of Secrets, you just get lots of Demonettes, right? Like you just throw MSU Demonettes at your opponent and not really care if they die. So a lot of interesting stuff that we have available for demons. Demonettes, I think, as I said, overall your best choice. With the current season rules, we can also buff the movement of your Demonettes an additional 2 inches, which puts them to an 8-inch move, which makes them a more reasonable threat. They're not that great just as they're not that great on their own, but when you get a lot of synergies going on, if they didn't have that extra movement, if they didn't have like the run and charge from Euphoric Killers, then they wouldn't be quite as good, but I think they really kind of have potential to just be these glass cannons that you're throwing tons of attacks with. Running a unit of 20 of them and, once per game being able to throw 100 attacks that pile in twice if you had in Celeste, or not Celeste, in Shalaxi, is just kind of funny. Being able to make 200 attack rolls in a turn is just bonkers. So, I mean, I think that's going to be about it for now. I'm really going to be exploring demons a bit more, going to be doing some converting of some demonettes because I'm just not, like, I really am not into, like, the claw look that much. And having them, like, just all be claws all the time, I think isn't that great. My buddy Chuck Moore over at Strength Hammer is sending me some bits from Witch Elves and Sisters of Slaughter that are going to add to this nicely, make them cool and interesting and a little bit different. And then, like, the whip aesthetic is definitely very Slaanesh-y on top of that. So that is going to be it for now, guys. This is going to be a fun army. I'm enjoying it. I'll talk to you all later.